Does it really matter?
Tomato,
Mm.
tomato, potato.
Oh, who starts us out?
Oh, and
Ivy.
transition. All right, welcome to Masks, the new next generation. I am.
Sorry.
Someone will turn that down. I am Michael. I'll be. My pronouns are he/him, and I will be emceeing tonight. If we want to go through and introduce ourselves in our normal order.
Hello, my name is Kirby. I use he, they pronouns. I go by Disaster Tourism on TikTok and at DTRPGS on Twitter.
My name is Sarah. I'm playing Xailen, they, them. I am Powerful Week 1 on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
Oh, yeah, I'm playing Ivy, they, she. I totally forgot about my character.
It happens. I'm Nessa. I'm playing Marrow, she, her for both. And I'm Loch Nessa, LOCHNEASSA on everything. Look at my bad tweets.
They are bad.
I am Steve or the Dragon X on TikTok. I play Johnny or Wildfire, both he, him.
All right. Let's go over character wise for each person. Let me get both where your labels are at right now, as well as your conditions, because we got a number of conditions left.
Yeah, so I suppose since I went first, I will go first again. Ivy is currently at Afraid, Hopeless, and Insecure, which is fabulous. They are at +2 Danger, +2 Freak, 0 Savior, -1 Superior, and 0 Mundane.
Xailen is basically has every condition marked except for hopeless. So that's fun.
Hopeless.
And currently I'm at +2 Danger, +2 Freak, 0 at Savior, 0 Superior, and -1 Mundane.
Marrow only has guilty because I got one and cleared one last time. -1 Danger, 0 Freak, +3 Savior, 0 Superior, +2 Mundane.
Johnny's conditions are angry and insecure. My labels are -1 Danger, +1 Freak, +1 Savior, +2 Superior, and 0 Mundane.
All right. We want to go over a little bit about what had happened last time.
A lot.
Yes, quite a bit.
So I think Nessa, you do it. You do it better.
I don't have as good a memory of what happened last week as I usually do, but hold on one second.
I
I
know that we all got interrogated after the incident with the bank, with whatever the detective's name is.
Kennick.
Kennick, yeah.
You want to get yelled at for making too hot?
Yeah. You really did.
We all got questioned. And then oh god, what around. Ivy came over to my house after Issa ran off.
Yeah, the party kind of split after Johnny was like, maybe we should all hang out together since we're being targeted by like multiple groups. And everybody's like, nah, screw you, Johnny. We're going to do what we want. And then a bunch of stuff from the Rift got revealed from that drive where Ivy kind of fingered the drive and Johnny's computer. And then...
Is that the term we're using?
Ivy, yes.
Is that how we're describing
Ivy's official hacking terminology will be fingering the drives.
Yes.
When they get their offer at the NSA in 5 years, they're gonna say, "I'm really good at fingering computers. It's my specialty."
Ivy, come quick! We need you to finger this thing.
Ivy, you're in dire need of fingering this computer.
You're the only one who could find it.
You're the only one who can finger it. Yes.
You know,
We're looking for a mythical drive location, and you can only find it.
Does anyone know where the C drive is?
No one can find it. We're all males.
You got a God-given gift for this. You've made your country very happy.
God, don't make me throw up in real life.
Ah. Then there was shenaniganry because Marrow came back and took Ivy back to their place to watch the B movie. Not a B movie, the B movie,
Jeez.
Which
I'm in
has
love
four-
with bees.
which has 4 Oscars in this world for some reason. And then
For good reason.
Rosalind's sister got attacked by the weird rift monsters. One of them. Then the other one was summoned, and Johnny and Xailen fought that one, while Marrow, Ivy, and Obsidian fought the other one. And I believe at the end, Johnny and Xailen are trying to get to Rosalind's because they still think there's trouble there, even though that one's been defeated. Rosalind was like, I'm out of here, and abandoned everybody. And that was just kind of a nice little segue into them not being here this week. And then I
You
think
mean
that's where-
Obsidian?
yeah, Obsidian.
So.
I'm still here. That would be a terrible move on my. Although it would help me keep my secret identity if I was just like, all right, cool. I need everyone. Bye.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's where we left off. Because a lot happened in a very like we didn't do a lot in that session, but we did so much in those little bits that it took up a lot of time.
Yeah.
It's still the same day.
Yeah, it's been like less than 48 hours that all this has happened. All of it.
On the bright side, the longer we do this, the lower the chances that I miss a shift at the Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
Or that you miss an opportunity to beat up that clown you have sexual tension with.
Yeah.
God, I just remember that, like, all of us going, are you...
Yeah, that was a quality moment of character bonding.
Now to spend time thinking about what today's excuse will be.
So, a couple things. Remember, if you want to look over the different ways in which you can get rid of your conditions. So remember, with things like afraid, is if you run from something difficult. Angry, discard this card if you want to. At the end of a scene, if you want to hurt someone or break something important. Guilty, make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. Hopeless, fling yourself into easy relief. Insecure, take foolhardy action without talking to your team. Those are the ways in which you can recover from some of the damage. And the nice thing about those is those have a tendency to make things go a little interesting. So a couple of you are pretty full up. Right now, Marrow has a little less than everybody else. And then Johnny's only got a couple. But we definitely have got Ivy and Xailen have been beaten up pretty badly. So you're going to kind of want to get a little bit of opportunity here to clear a few of these and possibly create a little bit more drama.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Put my sewing project to the side. I would love to clear my hopeless condition, fling myself into easy relief. I actually cleared that when I was with Rosalind last night, or this current night, but then immediately got it back. So I'm gonna want to. That's like my first one I want to clear, and then if I have a chance, I would love to clear insecure afterwards.
Kind of
We shall see.
what are the easy relief you kind of throw yourself into? The things you like ignore, or the things that you do that are.
I think that Ivy has a secret love of Jerry Seinfeld, and
Well, you're
just
still
really
in high
likes-
school, which means you have a chance.
Yeah, just really likes the show Seinfeld, and to put that on in the background and just like do absolutely nothing and just like zone out watching Seinfeld is their like relaxing time.
Do nothing while watching a show about nothing.
Yeah. And the reason why I'm obsessed with Seinfeld right now is because my girlfriend has been putting Seinfeld on in the background in our bedroom constantly when she's doing work. So.
It's
You see, like, your parents, Carolyn and Davis, kind of walk by a few times and like poke their head in. How much is homework and other stuff starting to, or things you're supposed to be doing, starting to pile up?
I'm sure to some degree it is, but they are homeschooled mostly. They only take like I think I said 2 classes at the Hopewell or whatever Rosewell Academy. So I think that there's probably some stuff that maybe her mom will be like, "Hey, Ivy, maybe like, we get it, but."
Um, yeah, we'll cut a little bit in between here. Yeah, we'll start off with that. So yeah, you fling yourself into these releases. What are other people? Anything anybody wants to do, or I can kind of give you some opportunities to clear a few of those.
uh,
Otherwise, I can put you in situations that may give you an opportunity to do.
I, I know Johnny will want to get rid of the insecure. I've had angry like this entire time. I don't think I've ever not had angry. Like
It's my secret, Cap.
I got rid of it for like 10 minutes and then something happened. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna mark angry again. So at some point, but I think focusing on Xailen and Ivy right now would be the best course of action.
Okay.
Get them a little down.
Reach through and steal Marrow's bagel bites.
I know.
I don't know what I want to clear exactly. So I'm gonna leave this to you, like
All right.
what to do, because I have literally almost everything is clicked. So
All right. And Rosalind, is there anything you want to of your guilty?
Yeah, I'm guilty, so I don't really know what kind of sacrifices you're supposed to make during downtime.
Okay. No,
But-
this will be all. I can kind of go around and hit another thing. Some of the other ones will happen as we have opportunities. Yeah, I know, Mo. There's comfort and support. We love you. I wish you were here. However, sometimes it's fun to give them an opportunity to just mess up their lives, which we're gonna do here in a bit. Um, so we'll start with school. So Xailen,
Mhm.
had we talked about any teachers that you've had so far?
that one English teacher kind of said like, oh, you're so sweet and you need to like don't like be a good influence on Johnny.
Okay.
And I took that personally.
Mrs. Bingham.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, but does like the way that she talks about John. So of course everyone knows that both you and Johnny are superheroes and in the same team together. This is one you've got like Johnny is not in the same class, and she they're talking about you're doing a thing on Puritanism. It's part of you're about to go into the Crucible.
What letter? Oh, Crucible.
Yeah, into the Crucible, and first you're looking over some things about Puritanism. One thing they really believed in strongly was this idea of responsibility, of making sure that you did the things that you were supposed to, and also humility. Xailen, for example, you are, the third superhero we have, like the, yeah, because they know about Johnny, they know about Ivy, of course, and then you, Marrow and Obsidian, nobody knows about. Because we've had very few superheroes come through, and right now we have 3, and you, from everything I can tell, actually do a much better job of being, more level-headed. You're much more grounded, whereas Johnny is a bit of a hothead.
That's his power.
Well, I know it's his power, and I think there is actually some symbolic importance in the fact that it's also a little bit about what he's like as a person. But it's the responsibility that you have is, I think, so much better. You have so much restraint. Everything that I've seen, and I think that is the sort of influence that maybe those that the Puritans wish more people had had.
I hate this teacher.
Johnny is my friend.
I know. I've had
He's a
Johnny.
good he's a good person. You don't know him. You don't know him.
He's growing. He's young. He's so if you have a lot of power early, it affects people.
You don't know him.
Well, I've had him in class, and it's not like he doesn't put himself all over, on social media and online as much as he. What's wrong, dear?
I think like can I use my unleash my power right now?
Yeah.
Almost like all of a sudden like I'm gonna I'm gonna use a mind of their own and 1 second, let me get my rolling out because I want to do this so well. Yes, 11. The windows suddenly rattle in the room and shatter. And like not just like the windows are room, but like 2 rooms down too. Just the windows just shatter. Like the air like starts to vibrate a little bit, and then the windows just boom. You don't know him.
And then there's just this moment where you're just like the things start to start flashing, and you just hear, "We are in the lockdown. We are in the lockdown. Possible supervillain still trying to assess the situation. Go under lockdown procedures."
And I bolt. I run from the classroom, so that can take away my afraid because I run from something difficult and break something. So that's angry and afraid right there.
Yeah, and I will say, as you are running, you have like one of the security guards kind of sees you. It feels like security guards, the ones at Waukegan I know were like selling pot to kids.
What? I didn't know that.
I was told that from students afterwards.
I mean, I wasn't doing. I had never done drugs in my life anyway at that age, but still.
I tried pot twice and I wanted to die both times. It does not work for me.
Not a fan.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a one of the guards goes, "Hey, you're supposed to be back in your room. Supposed to be back in your room." This is like running after you.
And I'm really fast, so I am just bolting. Like I'm basically if there's a nearest like a second floor window,
Mm-hmm.
I bust it open. I just jump out the window.
Yeah, as you bust it open, you hear Durwood Abbey, the principal, as kind of run his way up, and it's like, "What's your name? You?" Because you've only been there
And
a
I just
little bit, though you should know. Yeah, and you go out the window, hit the ground, and then just start running.
I'm bolting. Yeah.
Is Johnny at school during this?
Yeah, so as you're sitting there, it's like lockdown, possible supervillain, lockdown.
Lockdown. I'm in the hall.
Yeah,
Where's it at? Where is he? I'm ready.
Coach, you're in PE, so it's Coach Hewitt is just like, "Johnny, it's supposed to be a lockdown. Remember, it's to keep you safe."
Johnny just kind of looks at him, is like, and walks out the door.
Johnny, Johnny.
If you want to stop me, you can try to. As the door closes.
Yeah, as you come in, you've got like the lights flashing. There's not like a siren going, but it's like the fire alarm lights are just so it's just this constant flash. Everyone can see it, but and you just hear what do you do? Are you just rushing the halls?
I'm kind of like not really running, but like just scanning each classroom to see like if there's commotion in any of them, see if any office people come out. At this point, like the gym shits off and I'm in my uniform. Like somehow I get in my uniform really quick. Nobody really knows how. Just like
There's
one
actually a
seat.
phone booth in the school for Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rosalind, you're at school. Do you do anything like when you hear the no, what'll be funny is you're in the next room. Your windows in your room shatter. Just to be like explode outwards.
I do not do anything because we are on home turf. I cannot, especially for lockdowns. That's like the number one thing they will. You could be on fire if the school's on lockdown. You will stay in the classroom.
Yeah, the teacher rushes over, hits the lights, locks the door. All right, remember, stay out of sight of the door as it comes through. Also, stay down from if there might be something outside the window. If anyone comes in, remember, grab something nearby and just chuck it at them as hard as you can. We've been through this drill before. This is when we have active shooter and like active villain things on occasion. Yeah, so they're going through, and there are people. The people in your class in particular are freaking the fuck out. You see, because it's the window's shattered. There's a girl who's just next to you who's just like starting to hyperventilate. You do anything, or you just watch her go?
Do I know her name?
Clara.
Clara. Clara, it's okay.
What is happening? Are we gonna die? Are we gonna die?
It's probably not even. It's probably not. I'm going to say this. It's probably not a drill, but anytime anyone does powers, if someone gets the later in life someone gets their powers, the more the chance that it'll, be a little, and we have to go into lockdown no matter what.
This is a puberty thing?
A little bit, yeah. Or if somebody who doesn't have good control is just having a day. Like imagine every time you've had a day, you could accidentally make windows explode.
Know that.
This could be on accident? Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh. And she starts like again, like now it gets a little bit worse. Adam, for fun, roll plus your mundane. Let's see how well this works.
All right, we're back on analog. Okay. Wait, what's my? All right, we just make it. I forgot my mundane had gone down, so that is a 6.
Oh, that's a failure.
Oh, damn it. All right, we don't just make it.
Yeah, so she like at this point, then she starts like crying. And then she actually just kind of stands up and just starts to like rush towards the door. She's like, we don't know. It could be someone here. It could be something here. It could be one of us. And she reaches for it and she grabs it and she's trying to like open the door, and the teacher's kind of grabbing her and pushing her back away. It just looks over and goes, Rosalind, what did you say to her?
Just that it was, there was no reason to freak out.
It seemed to work, dude.
It did not.
Maybe next time, an emergency situation, let an adult handle it.
Oh.
You're gonna give you guilty on that unless you want to try to reject the teachers.
I'm already guilty.
Oh,
Can I be double guilty?
I think insecure because you've just made someone freak out like that.
All right. I'm gonna try to reject the influence just for funsies. Maybe I can Johnny this up. What is the stat for which
you don't? You simply just roll straight.
All right. Come on, dice. Oh, that one's cocked. Damn you, pens. Oh, nope, don't get it.
All right.
Insecure.
So what did you? Yeah, you just ended up rolling. Yeah. Mark a condition, and I am going to adjust your labels as well. That is the possible trade-off on there. So you take insecure. Also, let's go ahead. Kick your savior down 1 and your freak up 1.
That does actually serve me. This teacher doesn't know that they did me a favor. Yet.
All right, Xailen. As I said, Johnny, as you're rushing around, at one point, the principal finds you. It's like, Johnny, it was your friend Xailen.
What?
For some reason, she had a freak out in class, blew out the windows. I watched her go through some windows in the stairwell.
Uh, who was taunting them?
I don't think anyone was. She was just talking to Mrs. Bingham, and Mrs. Bingham said that she freaked out and ran.
Okay. Thanks for the information. And I just like walk past him and head for Mrs. Bingham. And when I get to Mrs. Bingham, what happened with the Xailen?
Xailen just freaked out.
Why?
We were talking about responsibility, and actually was praising Xailen on how good she was at being.
This is gonna sound weird, but did you mention me at all?
We live in a world, Mr. Styles, where everything revolves around you. Is that the world that you think that we live in right now? Because
Yes.
maybe you could stand to learn a little bit from the Puritans. A little bit of humility.
The only reason they would do that is if you were insulting one of their friends.
I don't know why they may have taken it as an insult when I praised their responsibility. If they freaked out, destroyed these windows, maybe you're setting a bad example.
Ah,
She's trying to pin you with guilty.
man. I don't
We
care.
were
what
supposed to
you-
be clearing conditions.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you two came
Only
off without a
clearing
lot
conditions.
from last time.
Yeah. You think I'm a bad example because I save people's lives?
Oh, I think that's the good thing that you do, Mr. Styles. I think a lot of the rest of it is the bad example. You got into it with a member of the Omegas, of one of the most well-respected supers teams in the world.
Who made a girl cry in your auditorium?
Yeah.
I failed my rejection roll, by the way. I got a 2 plus a 2. It's
Oh, all right. So we'll do that, and also because you failed the rejection roll, I'm gonna take your superior down 1 and your mundane up.
superior down 1. My mundane up 1.
This has probably been a
Double-clicking
couple weeks since last session. We've had some time in between,
it.
which
Okay.
actually also means Xailen, your damage would have been over time.
Okay. Awesome. Yay. No damage.
Did you happen to see which way they went?
Like they went down that hallway, and then, according to Principal Abby, jumped out a window.
I'm sorry for the disruption of your class. I will try to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And like this is the most humble he's ever been in front of this teacher, and he just like sneaks out the door. At this point, like calls Xailen.
Okay, well let's go over to Ivy real quick. So Ivy, your mom pokes her head in. It just kind of looks. Ivy.
Ivy's sitting on their bed, like just like zoned out on their phone with what George in the background, just like I don't. That's my Seinfeld impression. I apologize for everyone in the world for that, but
Listen, George.
Listen, George, I'm a comedian. And barely
Wait,
even
pause.
hears.
Wait.
What?
Uh, just a second.
Uh-oh. Michael, don't investigate the noise. I mean, never seen horror.
I do like how we've discovered the way to get Nessa to not interrupt constantly is approximately 15 bagel bites.
I did you hear that scream?
No, but
There was something that sounded like a scream in the parking lot.
Michael, have you ever fucking seen a horror movie? Why
Okay,
would you get
couple
up and
things.
go investigate?
I have been in horror movie situations that should have killed me long before now. And two, I'm on the third floor. This is a minor one, and as a white person, I always feel safe. That's why we do those things.
That's why the white people always die.
I have actually been in a situation where I literally thought, I am the person who gets killed in a horror film. What the hell am I doing? This was not it though.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're safe. Ivy does not even register with her that their mom just walked in or poked their head in the room and was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Okay. Oh, Ross, marital obligation roll. Remind me.
so I have this thing, part of my secret identity, which when time passes, which hasn't been a thing really, because
There's been very little time.
Everything just happened yesterday, all at once. On a hit, things are going pretty well. I have an opportunity or advantage thanks to one of my obligations. 7 through 9, I've lapsed on one obligation of my choice, that being either my job at the Sugar Shack, school, or Aunt Carolyn is like feeling neglected or whatever, or Maeve. And then on the, if I don't do it, which I really shouldn't have brought it up because I'm not rolling good at all, on that, I haven't been given anything in attention, and you choose 2 obligations that are going to bite me in the ass.
All right.
That is literally what it says, is bite me in the ass.
Yep. One with Ivy. Go ahead and make a roll, and then let me know when we come back. Yeah. So Ivy, sorry about that. That weird scream. I was like,
That's fine.
like
For a second, I thought you were like you were role playing in your own way in the game.
I for a second thought the same thing.
It could also have possibly been if someone tried to peel out or break real hard or something, which wouldn't make a lot of sense in the way these ones are set up. But there was a car down there, but maybe it screeched to a halt. It was weird. Anyway, yeah, she just kind of like comes up behind you and goes like, "I don't remember the paper you were doing supposed to be on crappy '90s sitcoms."
Oh, yeah. What was that for again? I can't even remember. What was that?
Ivy, your head's been out of the game all week.
Yeah, I've had a lot going on.
I also got a call that you skipped a class at Rosewood.
Did I? Oh no.
Yeah, I'm sure if I look at your search history on YouTube, or are you YouTube? Are you like Netflixing it or something?
I think I'm just watching Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sure if I go into the Netflix, I'm going to see probably this is what, season 4 or 5 you're on.
I just watched the puppy shirt episode, so.
Okay, she just goes.
That's all I know about Seinfeld, by the way.
Yeah.
That is literally. I know that there's a puppy shirt episode.
I've seen a few episodes here and there, but not much. Takes a seat and goes, "Good on, kiddo. Your head's been out of the game bad last week or so."
I honestly don't know. I feel like I've been just really bad at this. Like, not. I have friends, but I just can't seem to do. I can't seem to be good at it. Like, I'm really bad at friends. Apparently, I'm pretty good at being a superhero, but that makes me bad friends.
So how are you being bad friends?
I don't know. I feel like I'm not being present enough with people that are trying to make time for me. Side-eyeing Mo's black box on the screen.
And she goes, usually that's because you got something going on in you that needs a little bit of help.
Yeah, maybe.
Any idea what that might be?
I don't know. I think I just need to. I just need to. I don't know. I don't know, Dad. Or is that Mom? I can't remember.
That's how
she
last
goes, I'm Mom.
It actually would make more sense if you said dad.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. I'm just gonna play that out. I'm gonna be like,
She just
I don't know,
she
Dad.
gives a little bit of a chuckle, and she's like, before you jump to the conclusion that you're an awful friend and you're screwing up all these relationships, maybe figure it out what's the reason that you haven't been able to be present. 'Cause that's going to be something probably with you. When you
Yeah,
figure that out and work on it, then it's easier to be there for other people. But sometimes you need to have other people there for you.
I know. I know. I need them. I need them all. I can't do anything without them.
That is
But
also unhealthy, and we're going to have a talk about that later. But right now, we need to get you a little bit more on your feet again, as far as feeling yourself, and then we'll talk about how much to let.
well, I guess I'll go work on that paper on 90s sitcoms.
I am not reading a paper on 90s sitcoms.
All right, listen, Mom. I know you like Frasier, so I'll just throw a couple references into that. Okay.
Dude, we never had to have kids. If I knew we were going to have a Seinfeld kid, if I knew my kid was going to be into Seinfeld and not Frasier, honey, how can you put someone up for adoption and just kind of like heads down the stairs?
Hey, check this out, by the way. This is the official Frasengelion. It's a Frasier Neon
Oh.
Genesis Evangelion
Oh.
Troika background pamphlet.
Oh, I went from like, oh.
How do you
Huh.
mix those? How do you
Frasier.
mix those two?
The art is making me uncomfortable.
Niles.
Niles. Fraser.
Can it be young, hot, sexy anime Niles?
I don't think David Hyde Pierce has ever been young hot. You can't draw
That's
him
true.
I
young hot
disagree.
sexy.
I disagree. No, 90s.
All right,
90s
relax.
David Hyde Pierce.
He
What about
does,
early-
he
what
does
about
seem like one of those
Expression?
kids
I'm
who would have been
sorry.
asked to play an
I
old
will
man.
say, he's got talent and humor, which goes a long way. Because if it weren't for that, I've never had a shot at anyone I've ever been with. But if you want to look at what people consider young and hot, he was never quite there. But the dude's funny and talented.
Mm.
I
Hot
like
tip.
Cheers. Cheers is my favorite character.
Cheers.
You ever meet Josh Radnor and do not ask him about How I Met Your Mother. Just
Do you know him?
Hmm?
You met
yeah,
him?
I went to one of his plays,
Oh.
which I get it. You're at the play, you don't want to talk to some family about How I Met Your Mother, but also, man, you're the dude from How I Met Your Mother. Why are we at a play? It's not like it was like a How to Succeed in Business play.
Does he
what did he
hate
do?
the show?
It just he was there to do a serious role, and then he just had a bunch of kids be like, "How I Met Your Mother."
Yeah.
I can see it can be frustrating when you're because it's that problem a lot of the sitcom actors have in particular, that you start associating them with one role so much that they never they disappear.
And it's not like we didn't like the play. Literally, my younger sister loved the play so much that she wrote to the playwright, wrote him an
What was the
email.
play?
What's that Red Rabbit one? The one that's written in Saudi Arabia, and it's only performed by one actor, and literally in the script is we're doing this tonight in a place where it's illegal for us to do this, and maybe no one will ever hear this ever, but wherever you're hearing this, maybe it's not illegal, and that's beautiful, or something like that.
Oh, nice.
I'm paraphrasing.
It'd be kind of like seeing Zach Braff perform Hamlet and going, "Hey, it's the guy from Scrubs."
Yeah. Like you're gonna go like, hey, it's the dude
He's-
from Scrubs.
He actually wrote a play I really want to direct.
Yeah.
That I put. I can't remember. I gotta double check what the name of it was, but I really liked it.
So anyway, Mom, I know you love Frasier, and yeah, I will make sure that that's in there.
Get your life together and love Frasier. That's the important thing.
I can't.
All right,
right, then.
Rosalind, how'd your roll go?
It went great. My one good roll after 4 rolls. It's a 10.
All right, so what is it? What does 10 do for you for obligation?
Rosalind, even though she's a character who it is literally impossible to be doing all of this at once, is doing it all. And I get some kind of boon from that. I have an opportunity or advantage. I haven't missed a single shift. I'm still kicking ass, and everyone thinks everything is normal and fine.
Okay. Opportunity or advantage. Point where your boss, how does she feel about her job?
It's money.
And when you're there, is it to enjoy any parts of it, or is it just kind of a place that you have to go?
I think the vibe's kind of okay.
Yeah, your boss kind of pokes her head in and goes, Rosalind, I see you.
Sure thing.
Yeah, shut the door. We don't want to let other people necessarily know yet because we're only going to ask a handful of people. But we are opening a store across town, and we're looking at some people to help us open. It would give you extra pay. It would give you like a slight permanent bump, but for the helping out would give you a little bit extra. I mean, I know you're still in high school, so the amount of hours you can work are limited, but we're frankly not even really open too much later than those are. But you've been doing a great job. You just got a kind of a laid back sense that people kind of dig. So I was gonna ask if you wanted to help us out.
I do have a question, which is how far across town?
It's about how are the buses in Philly?
Not the best. Philly has pretty reliable transportation, but it's not good transportation.
Okay. It's about. I mean, and do people? I'm assuming in the bigger towns people don't tend to, but people have cars in the city.
Oh yeah, but I mean, still the trains, the 2 subways, and the buses are always packed all day long.
Yeah. She goes, it's about a 25, 30-minute bus ride, a little bit quicker if you got your own car.
All right. Is it okay if I don't say yes right away?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I just want to talk to my aunt about it first.
All right. All right. I'll need to know in probably about 2 days. Just remember, don't let anybody know.
Got it.
Kind of come out one of your coworkers goes, "Can I talk to you? You ever want a boss to say that? Are you in some trouble?"
No, not really. Just
All
less
right.
time on the old cell phone.
You say anything about me?
She said she also wanted you to stop asking customers to duel, which I personally also think you should probably do as well.
Damn it.
Look, you can tell who has a Pokemon deck on them.
I know you can, but
Well, this dude's actually a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and he's got the full like arm, plastic arm thing at work.
Oh,
He's like, trap card.
I had someone try to show me like, oh, I'll try Yu-Gi-Oh to play. I'm like, okay, thanks for not my thing.
If Zach's Bam Max from TikTok is watching, we are not trying to offend you by making Yu-Gi-Oh look foolish. Yu-Gi-Oh's foolish.
hey, you know me. I love my the same deck that Pegasus had. that I have.
Toon World.
Yeah, Toon World deck.
You have it with you?
No, I do the online version. Hence why less time on the old cell phone, I guess.
All right, Johnny. Were you leaving the school or going after Xailen or something like that?
I actually think I'm gonna try to clear this guilty. And I was gonna call Xailen, but I think I'm gonna do something different. Um, I think it says make a sacrifice to absolve your guilt. I think I'm gonna go to Durwood Abbey's office and just like Mrs. Bingham was incorrect. It wasn't Xailen. They didn't do it. It was me. I had an accident with my powers. I kind of lost control and I blew out the windows. It was my fault.
What a good boy.
How did you lose your powers in the gym and make those? Aren't your powers fire based?
Yeah, it's hard to explain. Like sometimes if I don't let the flames out properly, um, I kind of like it'll cause like a it causes an internal rumble that can actually affect the surround me. That's why I'm constantly showing off my powers because if I don't get the flames out, it can actually hurt me. It's like a pressure buildup.
Oh, okay. I guess we need to let your teachers know that if you need to go to the bathroom and release some pressure, that you're going to be allowed to.
Donnie, are you telling me that you need to jerk off at school?
I'm just saying, there's a buildup.
Because I'm a progressive principal. You can tell me these things. I'm cool. I do it. I've got my own corner right over there.
Yeah, I mean the whole
Just walk until you hear the crunch.
That was Johnny's just trying to make a sacrifice. We're just like,
Principal Rollins, my shoes got stuck to your floor earlier, and I'm a bit.
oh. So yeah, I don't know like if that's a detention or what the outcome is. It won't happen again, I promise. But just yeah, if Xailen probably got scared because Xailen has this power of theirs that can manifest other powers, and maybe they just kind of thought it was them, and that's why they ran, but it wasn't. It was me.
You know, you should have told us about this before now.
Well, I was kind of looking for Xailen. I kind of had a feeling they were gonna react the way they did, and was more worried about them than turning myself in. But here I am now.
Well, we wouldn't normally do this, but we may ask you to help pay for it, partly because this is a dangerous sort of thing we should have known before.
Here's my insurance.
All right.
my personal insurance.
Yeah, just Tommaso's number. Like,
Here's my insurance. Well, we'll replace the windows and everything, and any repercussions that might come from this. Just let me know what it is, and we'll go from there.
all right. Yeah, do you want to talk to Xailen, or should maybe have one of the counselors call them?
I'll take care. I'll talk to Xailen when I get home, and I'm sure they'll be there. So.
All right. We'll say as the bell rings. Oh yeah, see, Johnny doesn't know Rosalind's Marrow. I will say, Marrow, you see Johnny coming out of the principal's office.
Johnny!
Rosalind, hi. Hey, how's your sister? I haven't had a chance to talk to you since the incident last week. How's your sister? How are your aunt? I mean, your aunt almost died in that, and I haven't really had a chance to follow up.
She's fine. You know, it went through the wall, but she probably was, she's a tough lady.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So yeah, crazy, crazy shit happening in the school today, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. One girl in my class just completely freaked out through no fault of anyone.
Yeah, I mean, Xailen freaked out a little bit too, and they ran off. I'm gonna have to go find them after school. Um, I'm
Oh.
pretty sure they're probably at the house. It won't or the apartment. It won't be a big deal, but yeah, I'm kind of worried about them a little. Um, you were hanging out with Ivy. I actually haven't talked to them in a while. Have you heard from Ivy at all?
Yeah, they've been texting me a lot about Seinfeld. Is that like a code word?
And questions about Frasier because I have to get this paper done for my mom.
Yeah, and a lot of questions about Frasier. Like I've not seen Frasier. There's like an old man and a dog, I think.
I remember that when Ivy and I were kids, really young, they really liked Seinfeld a lot, like when it was on the TV. And I'm sure they're just rewatching it now that it released on Netflix a couple months ago. That's probably why they're talking about it. Why she's talking about it.
Makes sense. How are you doing, Johnny?
Um, I'm me, I guess. I don't know. My whole team's kind of in the wind right now. I haven't really heard from anyone, so it's kind of chaos right now. But anyway, it was good seeing you. Good talking to you. If yeah, just tell your family I was thinking about them, and I will talk to you soon.
Thank
He
you.
just this point just like awkwardly walks away.
Johnny, what is your favorite subject in school?
Oof. Um. I'm gonna say this because it was actually a class I took in college, and I feel like it would be actually in high schools now, but sociology of superheroes.
Ooh.
um,
I don't know.
If
Like
if it's a big
Johnny,
enough school, you can like we're doing stuff with in our school with electives. Um, we did it with my class, my seniors, and then the sophomores just did it, where basically I got to choose. I created two classes for them to have options for second semester. Um, that gave them more things they could choose from, and I chose genres and stuff. But so we have sociology classes. Having one on that would be one that could easily get people like interested and involved. So
yeah,
yeah, world like this.
I'm gonna say sociology of superheroes, just because Johnny is so into the superhero persona that like studying all the different heroes throughout history and like even the fictional ones, like I'm sure we even have fictional comics in this world, like that
Yeah.
over glorify them. So,
yeah.
but
Um,
he definitely doesn't like English. He hates English.
Oh yeah. I think we all hate English now.
Yeah,
the reason I
fuck
asked,
English teachers.
the reason I ask is because Ivy is taking classes at Rosewell Academy and is in sociology of superheroes and is not doing good in it.
Oh, okay.
And texts Johnny just probably after
Okay.
this conversation with Rosalind, or maybe during.
I
And
actually
just
can I pop over to find out what Xailen did real quick?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, Xailen, you go out that window.
I head to the Fishorian church
Okay.
immediately. I just sprint there. I went,
All right. So middle of the day, it's fairly empty. You have yeah, Brigida Lugo, the pastor, um is like in her office. Xailen?
Hi,
Oh,
can I talk to you?
yeah. As I recall, no one knows you're from the Rift. That is,
No, besides
yeah.
my team, nobody knows.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other people from the Rift, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, you know I'm a superhero, right?
I mean, you don't like wear a mask or change enough about yourself to make it. I don't. Does Xailen have a mask?
No,
Yeah, and she's
no,
like,
they're
yeah, she's
just
like,
they're just them.
yeah, definitely fairly obvious.
Uh, I messed up at school, and I think I made things worse for a friend of mine by messing up.
Well, is that something you can talk with your friend to try to fix?
Well, the problem isn't with him. It's with why why are some people so determined to be hateful? Because like this teacher doesn't like my friend just because he's just like that. And and then yesterday I was watching TV and this Chuck Carlson person came on the TV, and I want to help people, but I don't know if I want to help all people.
Well, Chuck Carlson does it because people give him money. But as far as other people, the rift has brought both wonderful life and vegetation, but it's also brought horrors with it as well. And people have rifts inside them too. We all have a portion inside of us that's been cracked open, and sometimes what leaks out of it is helpful. Sometimes it makes the world around us better. Sometimes it releases a lot of hurt and pain. Thing is just like the rift in the sky, we have no way of directly fixing the rift someone else has. We can seek to understand it, we can seek to find a connection with it. But at some point, they have to be the ones to try to heal that rift themselves. I mean, you could talk to this teacher, see if you can make them understand, or at least make sure that they don't let that out around you. Talk with your friend if you made things more difficult for them.
Just, and there's other things too. It's like sometimes I don't feel like I feel like I know who I am, and I feel like I know who what I am, and then in the last couple days everything's been kind of thrown into question.
Not a teenager alive who doesn't have some of these same thoughts. And you put being a superhero and having powers and being you on top of it, yeah, it's going to make things a little difficult. And like she's in her like 40s. She just goes, I think I just recently found out myself, figured that out, what was within me. It takes some time. It takes work.
Thank you. I
Anytime.
appreciate this.
Shouldn't you be at school right now?
I don't want to go back there right now.
Well, you're already gone, so it's not like you can get in any more trouble.
Do you need help at the soup kitchen right now? I'd like to help if that's okay.
Sure. She kind of goes down and gets some stuff set up there. And we want to go ahead and take that bio break now.
Yep.
All right. Like ours tend to be about 10 minutes, just by the time people get back and stuff. So we will be back in about 10.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna move a few people around to get us order folks we're in. This may take us just a moment. Oh boy.
I am now Marrow.
I
I'm the GM.
Oh shit.
Well, the funny thing is like the things don't actually. You just switch one thing, and then a whole bunch of other stuff gets thrown around. There we go.
Nope.
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait, now I'm Obsidian. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a delay. All right, we are back, and I believe Ivy was texting for some help.
Yeah. So Johnny's gonna get a text from Ivy at about the same time that Johnny's talking to Marrow and say, hey, you're good at superhero social studies or whatever, right?
Only class I have an A in, so I assume so.
Well, that's like one of my only classes at Rosewell, and I am failing it. Could you dot dot dot?
Yeah, when do you want to meet?
Uh, whenever you're free, I guess. Whenever you're done school. You want to meet up at Grindcore House?
Yeah, that's fine. Whenever, wherever, whenever.
All right.
All right. Guess I'm meeting up with Ivy.
We're gonna make out. No, I'm just kidding. We aren't.
No, I don't think these two characters would at this point. No. All right.
Take Obsidian's dream away from them before.
Yeah. And maybe Rosalind's too. Man,
I don't have that mechanically. That's not a dream that's part of my mechanics.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a drive for your character.
We're less a
Make out-
super team and more a polycule.
I mean, well, to be fair, Ivy could have the ability to separate themselves into two separate people.
Dr. Manhattan style?
Hmm.
Oh, Dr. Manhattan was up to sex clones.
Listen,
Yeah.
there are upsides to certain superpowers that you got to use. You ever seen the painting of the damned woman?
Mm-mm.
I don't think so.
I'll
I'm
throw
about to Google it, but I'm going to be terrified. Am I going to be terrified, Michael?
it is a classic piece of art. However,
Terrified or horny?
Well,
Or both.
we know anything about me?
a cursed woman. I will throw it into our chat.
Oh, Auguste Rodin.
Yep.
Yeah, the damned women.
Yeah. Yeah. Friend of mine's like, how can I get cursed? Like, oh no, I've been cursed.
I'm Spartacus.
All right, so we've got Ivy and Johnny
Yeah.
are going to get together.
Yeah,
That's a
Grindcore
curse.
House.
Yeah. FYI, that is a real coffee shop that I used to go to all the time. It's one of my favorite places in Philly. It's an anarchist metal coffee shop. Vegan.
Okay.
Super cool.
There was a propaganda pizza over by where my grandparents live.
Huh.
Ooh.
Do they sell communist propaganda?
They've at least got like a power to the people thing going. I don't know. Like the pizza was okay. Pizza for the people. I don't know if they do other things with Proclamation number 18. Silence means security. Chew with your mouth closed.
Ivy will be sitting in the back. I'm making this up now because they don't have a backyard, but Ivy is going to be sitting in the backyard of the coffee shop drinking a tea and have like a stack of books next to them. And like I'm assuming like a little cheap little Chromebook because that's what they give the kids in school. And we'll be there before Johnny gets there.
Okay. Johnny gets there. Hi, Ivy.
Hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. Haven't heard really from you in a while. How have you been holding up?
I'm okay. Yeah, sorry about all that. I I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I was just mad at you. I was really mad at you.
well, I'm sure I gave you a reason to be.
Well, apparently not, but I
Well,
don't know. I'm sorry. I have allowed assumptions about you and maybe my own frustration with you from the past to cloud my judgment, I guess.
hmm, well,
And I am sorry.
well, thank you. I'm sorry too. I can get a little wrapped up in my own world and in myself, as freaking Mrs. Bingham told me today. The world
Fuck that
doesn't in
lady.
fact revolve around me.
Well, you wait, do you know that you went supernova?
What?
Okay. I'm gonna say, well, you did turn into the sun last week, so
Yeah, Xailen mentioned that. I don't actually know what that means, and the videos that have actually been caught of it weren't very clear.
yeah, it was
Like,
nuts.
like
I mean,
I
I was inside a bank vault and I could feel the heat.
yeah, it's not a fun time. Like, it doesn't happen very often. It takes a lot to get me to that point. But we had just been had the car blown up. We had a fight, and then like I got shot a bunch. It was not a pleasant day.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been easy for you being stuck in a vault with a teleporting guy.
Yeah, that was pretty scary. He just I don't know that guy is strong.
Yeah. So just between you and me, uh, I have those drives on me right now.
Oh,
Like,
should
I
we
haven't I haven't put them down
that's
since I
that's
left
good.
the other day. But
Yeah.
so you're struggling with sociology of superheroes?
Yeah.
I have so many jokes. I have so many jokes that I'm not saying.
uh
I mean, you're already a superhero. How are you struggling with this class?
I mean, it's mostly just because I don't really want to take it.
Well, what you're doing the essay on the clown prince, right?
Is that Frasier?
Oh, no, it's that guy from like Anaheim that like kid kidnaps a bunch of people and dresses them like clowns and leaves them tied up throughout the streets and they can't catch him.
So
Pause
Frasier.
real quick. Is that something we
What?
actually established in this world?
Nope, that's a made up thing. I'm making up right now.
Fuck. Uh,
You're really bad at this essay.
well, I guess now I am. And they start typing like really, really furiously on the keyboard.
Where
Yeah,
was the
like
clown prince at?
Anaheim, California.
Little do
I
we
don't
know, he
I
just
don't know
appeared in
why.
Philadelphia.
First city that came to my head was Anaheim, California
I
for
know when
some
we
reason.
think the Joker, we don't tend to think California so much.
He's like, that's why he's more of a bitch, I was gonna say a beach hippie kind of Joker.
Yeah, like he doesn't actually hurt people. He just kidnaps them, dresses them in clown as a clown, and leaves them out. Like
He is
he's
terrifying though.
Yes, very.
Yeah,
Just-
that's
just a
actually
man.
scarier, I think.
Yeah.
Like, I was
What's
picturing
that-
a
what's
beach
that-
Batman. Like, I
Yeah.
swear to God, man. Swear to me, bro.
You will
There
not.
Dude,
Instead of Batman, it's Beach Boy.
dude, where's my Batmobile?
His sidekicks are the Beach Boys.
I wouldn't even like. If I caught them, I wouldn't even like know what to do. Like you know.
It's like trying to catch a wave, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
but Ivy, what we're supposed to do is sociology. We're like supposed to try to analyze them and like figure out why they're doing what they're doing. Like, is there a rhyme? Is there a reason? Is it pure chaos? And then relate it to how it affects the mental state of being a hero or a villain.
I'm pretty smart, man, but like I don't really know. I don't know. I don't want to do this. This seems like pointless.
It is pointless. It's a free class. You write an essay with a bunch of bullshit and you get an A.
Oh,
That's
the
all
only
you gotta
class I
do.
could sign up for.
Well, it was a free A. I know all about superheroes. I've been studying them since I was like 2.
All right, listen, Johnny. I mean, obviously, I just need an excuse to get you to come to the coffee shop so I can apologize.
Oh, well,
I mean, I am doing really bad, but it's just because I've been putting it off because I've been in such a slump lately.
oh, well, if you wanted to hang out, all you'd do is say, "Hey, come to the coffee shop." Like, you don't have to.
Also, well, I mean,
Not,
like, I also just feel like I'm causing like problems. Do you feel like that? Do you feel that way? Like, you can be honest. I don't want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but like, you can be honest with me. Just don't activate a trap card. That's all I'm
So,
saying.
like, do I think you're causing problems or do I think I'm causing problems?
Do you think I'm causing problems?
Oh,
Just
why would you be
kiss already.
causing problems?
I just feel like the way that Obsidian left the other day, I don't know.
Well, I think the reason Obsidian left is because she has a lot of pressure right now. We've kind of all just agreed that that's the leader of the group. And I don't think they ever consented to that or expected it. So it's kind of overwhelmed them. And then we're all looking to them to have the answers and tell us what to do. And I think they're just overwhelmed. And I think a lot of that is falling on us because we are putting so much pressure on them. Where I don't know what the answer to that is, but it's definitely not one person that's causing all the issues right now. We're a bunch of teenagers with weird we're teenagers and we all think differently and have these weird quirks about us that we're going to irritate each other, especially when we are literally together for almost 36 hours and have fought 4 villains and taken out half of a city in the process. We're bound to get on each other's nerves.
Nessa, I'm literally sitting here thinking that Steve is talking to Steve's son right now.
Why?
Because of how wise you sound.
Well, I think Johnny's a lot wiser than he portrays. It's just
maybe
Yeah, that's why he's the leader of heart.
Emotional
I mean,
core.
you're right. Obviously, you're right, but I don't know. I just felt like I don't know. The other night,
you're aware you're the strongest person on this team, right? Like, you are our muscle. You took out an entire gang by yourself just by growing. I can't do that. Xailen can't do that. Marrow can't do that, and definitely Obsidian can't, because I don't even think Obsidian has actual powers. You are the muscle of this group. If we lose you, we lose our our strongest person.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the strongest, but thank you.
Physically,
I think
yes.
Ivy's like leaf blushing now again.
Aww.
Like
Are you supposed to be that color?
they're
They're
turning
turning like
orange.
orangish red.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to clear a condition, but I'm definitely not going to be able to.
I think you were
I
both
feel like
Very
you were both
comforted and
comforting and
supported.
supporting each other.
oh yeah, that's
Okay.
true.
Oh, roll that.
I'm gonna take insecure off my plate then because I think
I would say each of you make your roll for comfort and support.
oh right.
And what is the stat on that one?
Mundane.
Mundane.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry, John.
Oh, my mundane did go up, so it's actually a benefit.
I rolled a 5, so
I rolled an 8.
All right.
Yeah.
So Ivy will be able to clear a condition. Either mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up. I'm assuming you said you wanted to clear a condition.
yeah, I'm gonna take insecure off because I think Johnny just like validated Ivy pretty hard. I also I don't know how this if I can choose to do this, but I kind of want to give influence to Johnny now.
Oh,
Moment like
Oh, I froze
that's
up
like
for
the
a second.
first time that Ivy really actually talked to Johnny in like probably years, even though they're like literally in the same tiny little friend circle.
I froze up for a second, so yeah, I think I lost. I think I lost just a little bit of that sentence. Yeah, go ahead and give Johnny your influence.
Yeah, so now I am only not influenced by Xailen.
Xailen, where do you go after the Fushurian Temple? And then Mira, what are you up?
I'm trying to track down Xailen because
Okay.
I would be aware that Xailen's pretty messed up right now. Like, is Xailen doing like a really good job of hiding that they have every condition except one?
So I think Xalen's gonna do something I've been thinking about all week. I think they're going to go back to Blake Industries because I think they're still really curious about what's going on. And this is going to clear my insecure because it's a foolhardy action.
Are you okay with Mero happening to see you like on the street?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. As you're sort of walking, actually the direction where the
I like my hood up, but I'm trying to like be really like nondescript, so it is incredibly difficult because I look how I look. So
yeah, Rosalind, at a bit of a distance, you see because you actually let's say you went to go check out the location of the upcoming place. You actually see that across the street from Blake Industries is the new Sugar Shack that is getting ready to open here in a couple weeks. And
Always like this.
While you're there, you see Xailen coming down the street.
Xailen, or is it Xalian? We just met.
I
certainly don't know you.
Yeah, no, I'm Johnny's friend.
Oh, okay. Hi, it's Xailen.
It's nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you too. We fought something in front of your house, right?
Yes, just a big mouth.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Sorry about the damage.
It happened. That's why we have insurance, both superhero insurance and regular homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe this, but actually not even the first time the house has been destroyed by villains. Or I guess a big mouth isn't really a villain, but you know.
Yeah.
Are you busy? You want to hang out? I was just checking out this Sugar Shack location that's opening.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Are you trying to do something at Blake Industries?
No, I'm just looking.
DM question. I have a question. If I do use one of my abilities, could I use it to help Xailen break in if I use my mild mannered?
What does that do?
It's basically when like Spider-Man's not breaking into Doc Ock's lab, Peter Parker is. I'm here for an internship.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking around. I'm just curious about it.
Well, let's go inside then.
What?
See if we can get a tour. They give tours, you know.
Okay.
If you have stuff we need to do, you know, we can just have a little bathroom break.
Okay. And I put my hood up a little bit more, and I'm like trying to be real nondescript, like yeah, just so nondescript.
All right, let's break in here. We're not break in. I never said break in. We're just going on a tour.
I didn't know Blake Industries did tours. This is really easy.
The hood makes it suspicious. Here, try this big hat. It covers up the tops of your ears, but you're just a normal gray person here for a tour.
All right.
How many normal gray people are there?
I don't know, probably like 5.
Good enough.
So as you head in, the lobby itself is like one of those very large, impressive looking lobbies when you come in. There's like a bunch of stuff that like Henry and Jason have done that are all up on the walls and such. There's a statue of Henry, about twice as tall as life, like in front of like a fountain kind of surrounding him, and it's behind that is the desk where you've got like a very kind of bored looking secretary, just sitting up there. Hi, can I help you?
This is a Nessa question to Sarah. Do you think I should go for like interns or should I go for like tour? Do you think tour will get us like even close to wherever you need to go?
I think high school students doing a research paper.
All right, high school students doing a research paper. Hi, I was told that Barb would be here to give us security passes. Were those high schoolers doing research papers on Blake Industries?
Who was it again that you said was supposed to talk to you? Leave him down here?
Barb from HR.
All right. Barb didn't leave anything with us.
Oh.
I go ahead and make your roll for mild mannered.
Come on, baby. Oh, thank God. That's a 10 plus 2, 12.
Yeah, so I think is it with what did you specifically say there? Is it just with flying colors, or is there like another thing along with it?
On a hit, they buy your facade. That's all they do.
Yeah, there's just a moment they go, you know what? They're just right up at the top. Let me go ahead, buzz you in. Just go ahead, like kind of hits a button. Head up those steps. Barb will be just down the hall to the right.
Thank you so much.
How did you know there was a Barb here?
There's always a Barb in HR.
Really?
Unless it's an incredibly small company, but usually, yes. If it's a corporation, there's a Barb, and they work in HR.
Head down that way. There are HR offices up on the right. There's also a couple other places where you have desks and such. Other people are working, and just like a maze of hallways that start going in from here.
Oh no, Xailen, I think those directions were too complicated. I think we're about to get lost. Where do you need to go?
R&D.
R&D. Okay. All right, let's start. See if we can find a map or just start wandering. You never know. Sometimes what you're looking for isn't exactly what you need. You might find what you need. Probably not in HR though.
How do you know all this stuff?
Intricate and intense planning.
Are you a supervillain?
I wish.
Oh, you're real smart. I like that.
You seem real smart too, Xailen.
All right.
A few things.
You just head a little bit deeper into things?
Yep. I'm letting Xailen kind of take the lead a little bit, but whenever somebody comes too close, I'm just kind of like.
Oh. We get to the R&D wing, and this is like the part of the area I'm probably most familiar with.
Mm-hmm. They've done some it's been a while since you've been in here. There has been some remodeling and such, but it's like the general layout is still the same.
This way.
Honestly, we probably won't ever be able to do this again, at least under this circumstance, assuming we don't get caught. But if I had known we were going to do this, it would have been good to have brought Ivy along.
Ivy doesn't like me.
I'm sure Ivy likes you. Ivy and I were hanging out. They didn't say anything bad about you. They talked about how cool the whole team was, including you.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel bad about our group right now. We're having a bad time right now.
Yeah, things can be difficult. People are going through changes.
Yeah.
And as you do this, you're in the R&D section. Like you're in a place. There's an area where there's a bunch of cubicles and such. At this point, most of them are empty at this moment. And a door opens up in front of you, and you actually see get the name correct. So I want to say Robert Blake, but that's the guy who
Jason.
killed Jason. Yeah, Jason Blake, and another man he's with looks like security. They're looking at each other as the door opens. You hear Jason Blake go, "We have a problem with not only a few things going missing. We have one asset that's gone to ground and is actually living in the city as a superhero. That's a problem." What do the two of you do?
I'm hiding at the wall, like.
Xailen, you're hiding behind something, right?
Yeah.
How much attention would you say you're paying to me?
I'm focused on mostly on him.
Okay, I'm going to use my weird mobility to kind of because no one really ever looks up, just to get ceiling, because that's the best place to hide is ceiling. If I can just quietly get to the ceiling.
Yeah, go ahead, make an unleash your powers.
All right, I'm using the dice that have been rolling hot so far. My
Add your freak.
Oh god. Well, it's a +1. Thank you, security guard or whatever. Okay. I think yes, 10. Oh, my good old babies.
All right, yeah. So as you just kind of attach yourself, probably with the bone and such, you almost could blend in a little bit to the high vaulted white ceilings. And a lot of it is you're kind of up there, and then Xailen, you're like on the floor in a cubicle, like pressed up against the thing, against the side of it.
I'm just I'm listening to them as they walk by. Just
real quick, I just have one question for Marrow. Because what you just said, Michael, about the bone being white, are Marrow's bones white or are they gory when they come out?
They aren't gory. I have mentioned they are wet, but they're not wet with viscera.
Okay.
And they're
mucousy.
They're not moist. They're not moist. They're not
bones.
Perfectly white, but they do kind of match that eggshell situation a little bit.
All right, cool. Just curious.
Yep.
Curious about Marrow's bone,
You ever thought about the fact that right now all of your bones are wet?
Yeah. It's uncomfortable.
Yep, that's a gross thought.
Ew.
Yeah.
It hurts.
As you they kind of stop right outside the cubicle you're at, Xailen.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes, "Look, they're already public. We can't just go necessarily and take them back." And he goes, "And what are we doing about Elijah?" He goes, "We've done what we can, but he's been in so many different dimensions. The fact that he's trapped here." And there's a moment he just goes, "Which means we cannot let him get back to any of the things we have that keep him here. He might be the key to all of this. I want the asset back." And he just they start heading down basically further down the hall.
As soon as they're out of earshot, I emerge. Let's keep going. And I find the door they came out of, and I put my hand against the lock, and I don't thermoblast it, but I get it so hot it melts. Do I need to like do anything for that?
Go ahead and do unleash your powers.
Okay, 1 second. What is that plus? Your freak?
Your freak. Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
5, 7.
Yeah, but that and like you've only got one team available right now, so even if Marrow did something, it would still make it. Yeah, you said you make it so hot that it breaks.
It melts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it like
melts?
it busts.
Yeah, so it makes it the lock sort of melts and the thing kind of comes open, and you see like a couple lights start to go. There's definitely been like an alarm, like with the fact that there's a problem with the door has been reported.
You have a couple minutes to
I think while you were doing that, that's when I chose to come down from the ceiling. Like just definitely not using bones. Don't look over here. Just you don't know where I was. I could have just also been hiding in a cubicle. And then I pop up behind you and I'm just like, see, this is why it would have been great if Ivy was here. She could have fingered this doorknob.
I need to find out what's going on. I need to find out what's going on right now.
Cool beans.
So I get into the office and I'm like, I look on the desk to like what's laid on the desk, like as far as paperwork or anything like that.
Wait, so in Blake's office?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paperwork, thumb drives, anything. I'm just gonna I'm looking for something to take.
All sorts of things. There's you've got like there's no thumb drive or anything like that. Like the computer system itself there is a computer system that's on there that it looks more like a terminal. It looks like a lot of that information might be kept like not directly on the desk itself. There's a bunch of paperwork there that you do notice. One of the big things it's got like you see the name Elijah Intrepid appear on a bunch of things, and then there's also like some schematics for something that actually has like if you kind of look through it, one of them has room for a person to be what looks to be like shackled inside of. And it looks like there's a whole lot of other stuff in there. God damn. Oh, there's it looks like a fairly gigantic piece of machinery. Like it would take some time to look over what the rest of it does, but those are there.
Well, I hope Mr. Intrepid didn't have to go in that thing. I hope that's just a fun sex thing for Mr. Blake.
I just want to feel something.
And then you see a clown mask that really resembles that clown.
Oh, I'm taking these. Let's go. There's a back way out. Come on.
All right.
And I grab Meryl's hand. I grab Rosalind's hand. I'm like, let's go.
We're not running. We're walking swiftly and normally.
With lots of shit in our hands.
No, just make a neat pile and we're just leaving with things that we own. Nothing suspicious here.
So, as you're heading, as you kind of are coming out of the door, and you're heading away from the way because you're at the point now where the only way to come to actually get out from where you're at without like incredible amounts of security is back the way you came. The other ways you can go, you're going to be dealing with some pretty major security.
All right, Xailen, what's our exit strategy?
Go. Go.
Right.
You're going to get in trouble if you don't go. You have to go. I can get out of this. I can get into the air vents and get out. You got to go.
Are we sure about this?
No. But you don't have any powers, and if you get caught with me, things are going to get real bad. And if Jason catches me, this is going to get really bad.
All right, I will trust you on this, but I just want you to know that everything's going to be fine.
Thank you. I think what as soon as Rosalind's out of sight, Xailen's gonna find the nearest fire alarm and pull it.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, before this happens, Rosalind, as you're heading out, going back the way you came.
Yes.
Yeah. You get past the door on there, and then you hear coming back in the direction you originally came from. Blake goes, "Wait, stop! What department are you with?"
Well, he definitely has cameras, so he's definitely already seen my face. It's a question of whether or not, so it's going to be suspicious either way. I'm just going to turn back to him and say, I was supposed to see somebody in HR, but I ended up getting really lost. Do you know what direction I'm supposed to go?
Make your mild mannered.
Come on. All right.
Yeah,
We're not going to,
I'm
we're going
from
to use new
humans
dice.
as resources, and your rib cage opens to evil.
In the bone cage, Jason. In the bone cage.
All right. All right. All right. Okay. 3, 2,
Humans
5,
as resources.
6.
I'm gonna start calling my bedroom
7,
the
7,
bone
7.
cage.
Not great, but 7.
right. What's
Okay,
7 do for yours?
Either I get to choose one, which is which God, that was close. Thank you. +2 mundane. You're still under observation, you leave something incriminating behind, or you're forced to make a fool of yourself to sell it. I think I'm gonna go with you're still under observation, because I don't know. I feel like the fool one is just like a get out of jail free card, and there's no amount of foolery that I could do that would justify getting out of this.
Yeah, he sort of takes a look. He goes, Barb HR is back there. Do you see? And kind of like points, pretty essentially at the office. He goes, you probably have to leave though because of. Did you see anybody mess with this?
No, I saw like a doorknob that had been melted. I didn't touch it. It looked weird. And I was like, that doesn't seem right.
He turns to one of the guards that's on the way and goes, walk her over to Barb, make sure she gets there, and let her know that she's probably going to have to go because at this point, fire alarm. And he just goes, shit. And he rushes off into the R&D area. Xailen, are you going to shapeshift up through the vents and try to leave?
Yeah, back in the vents.
Make a direct or unleash your powers roll.
Perfect. We did a perfect strategy.
6.
Oh.
All right.
Can you use the team?
No, we're not a team right now.
As you're on your way up, because there had been, I think, had they caught you breaking into the?
Not yet.
Okay.
We keep coming back here.
As you enter in one of those areas, kind of head down, and suddenly there's an alarm goes off in the vent, and you hear, and there's some stuff deeper in closes. You can still make your way back out, but you can't go further into the vents.
Okay, I'm gonna go back out then.
All right.
I'm gonna have to fight my way out of this.
You drop back into the hall. You've got people grabbing stuff from their office and stuff and starting to rush out.
Okay, yeah. I'm just like I'm doing that thing with I have the hat on. I'm gonna try to like mile manner my way out of this like as much as I can. Like walking, just doing everything that Rosalind told me to do because she seemed really smart. Nervously.
All right, you put the hat on and such, and are you because you're able to shapeshift, right? You make yourself look different.
Like yes, and like I can not really. Like I did it like the one time. I can't really shapeshift. I can like I'm strong and I'm fast and I can kind of like sneak into places, but that's about it.
Okay. I would say for this one, go ahead and when you're trying to get out, remember to mark since you failed a roll. If anybody who's failed them, go ahead, just make a straight up 2d6. We'll use your mundane, so -1.
Okay. Come on. 6.
All right. Which that thing will also be failure. What I'm gonna do is you're gonna end up getting out. However, they're going to be able to look back at the video evidence.
No,
From
it's
the
me.
cameras, yeah, no, it's you. But also, we'll get Marrow with that too. They might not otherwise have been checking.
Well, hopefully they can't murder citizens yet.
All
But
right.
I get out to the street then?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna head back to Johnny's.
Mike, I have a question, a
Yep.
DM question. My whole thing of helping Xailen break in was an attempt to comfort and support them, support their breaking in and entering. Does that help at all, or?
I could actually. It was a person reached out and helped Xailen without any sort of. Yeah, I could definitely see that as being. Because part is, I would say for Xailen, for you, does that seem like someone helping you and taking that risk would be?
Yeah, I think so. And so when I told Rosalind to go, just get out of here. That was me trying to make a sacrifice to absolve my guilt.
All right, well, then let's just have a count for that then.
Man, look at
That'll
all
work.
this retroactive application of rules.
You can say retroactive. This is me thinking 2 steps ahead. This is me.
I'm sorry. It's like in chess. If you take your hand off the piece, it doesn't count. So you didn't say
I'm
that.
sorry, this is
Ah.
metagaming. I'm gonna have to dox 300 XP from each player.
As a matter of fact, because Kirby said metagaming, I am going to have to also dox an extra.
And I will be stealing money from your bank accounts.
That's the punishment for a word I don't really understand. But all I know is it's bad when I hear it.
Bad.
Here's a question too. Would I recognize Rosalind's voice as Marrow's voice? Would I start making a connection between the two of them at all? Because I've never really spoken to Rosalind before.
Hey,
This is
my
first
Rosalind
time.
voice is moderately more stressed out. It's
And
like
that- I always got the feeling that the Rosalind voice was like almost like the dude bro, where she's
Yeah.
like, yeah, like whatever, bro.
That's the Marrow voice. The Marrow voice
Yeah.
is okay.
Marrow voice
Oh,
is dude
why
bro.
did I get those
Yeah.
confused?
Marrow voice is like
Secret identity.
no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And
No,
then-
Marrow, this is yeah.
Rosalind's
I can-
normal SpongeBob.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I have so Xailen has made officially one non-team friend technically. Very happy about that. Okay.
Look, it's our friend who knows all the members of the team and who disappears when there's danger, and then Marrow shows up.
And we have yet, well, Ivy's figured it out.
Has Issa?
No,
No,
not
because
yet.
I have moves that are, if you all figure it out on your own, I have moves that are about showing off my secret identity to you. I just haven't used them yet.
She just really wanted to show off her secret identity to Ivy.
Yes, well, mostly because I really needed an alibi.
Okay.
All right.
So Zaylen's heading back to Johnny's.
Yeah.
I think we've got Johnny and Ivy at the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And Mara, Rosalind, are you heading home? Where are you going?
Yes, I'm going to be heading home. Also, Xailen, I rolled a 12 or 10, rolled a 10 plus 2 for mundane. So you may remove or condition or, mess with your labels. But I imagine remove a condition because you got so many.
I'll remove the condition. Awesome. Thank you.
And I think I get to.
Are we going to go back to Johnny's apartment, Johnny?
Yeah, if that's what we're doing. Like,
All right.
Johnny, I'm sure Johnny advised you, like, well, if since you just wanted to hang out, like, we can go get Xailen and like the group can hang out. I'm sure they're at the house.
It would also, I would say, Marrow, if you ended up happening to pop in, since you know that.
Oh yeah,
Xailen's
why not?
coming.
I can talk to Xailen and be like, "You up to anything?"
I heard down the grapevine that you guys were all hanging out.
Yeah, I just happened to pop in. Oh, hey, are you okay?
Who is it? Marrow, come on up.
Yeah.
I don't buzz.
You just crawl through the window.
Hmm.
Like a spider.
Like Jesse from Saved by the Bell.
When we get there, would Xailen? I think Xailen probably would have got there after us. Probably is what I'm thinking.
Oh, and Xailen, your foolhardy thing without talking to the team still counts because Xailen does not know that Mero is part of the team.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
Ivy will just be chilling at Johnny's, probably like watching Seinfeld or something.
Watching Frasier for your class.
Oh yeah, watching Frasier with like their head in their hand, like
I'm listening.
writing notes down about how terrible the jokes are.
And Johnny's just watching it like, how can you watch this?
I can't. My friend Jordan told me that this was like the best show of all time, but I just can't get through it.
I don't know. I think Kelsey Grammer has some charm if you think about him in the context of the 90s.
I've never seen an episode of Frasier in my life.
Like,
Nor
Am I-
Cheers.
am I-
They're
am I there
related,
yet?
right?
No, they actually
Yes.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a spin-off. Okay.
Am I there yet or no?
Yeah.
All right. Hi.
hi.
Hey, what's up?
Xailen.
How the fuck?
Mara, what the
Where did you
Where'd
come
you come
from? How long have you been here?
I just commented on Kelsey Grammer. Like, but
Oh, that was in character. Oh my god. I thought you
I
were
thought it was out of character.
no,
thought you-
Nessa hates Kelsey Grammer with a
No,
burning
Ivy
passion.
Ivy was saying in character. Oh, that was I thought that was out of character.
The window or something. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I like the idea that they said that and both our characters reacted without even realizing it was Marrow. Just like we were so entrenched with how bad this is that like we thought the other person said it.
I just thought you and Ivy were having a conversation about Frasier.
Yeah, Jordan, GM Jordan is gonna disown all of us as friends, by the way, if we keep talking shit on Frasier.
So Xailen, hey, all that stuff at school, it's taken care of. Don't worry about it. You can go back
What do you-
tomorrow and
What do you mean?
it's taken care of. Like, just don't bring it up to anybody and it'll be fine.
I don't want to go back to that class. I don't like her.
Wait, what
don't
happened
want-
at school?
Oh yeah.
I
Let's
heard
just.
that-
I had an incident at the school that caused several classrooms' windows to shatter out.
Really?
Yeah,
Seems probable.
or at least that's what the school believes. Now they believe that like if I don't release my flames, I build up pressure that creates an earthquake.
Did
Why-
they give you a special room for that?
No, but they have
They give you like
they have given me permission that if I need to get out of a classroom for a few minutes to relieve some steam, I have permission.
they give you a special hot rod magazine to take into the burn room.
That's a good one, Ivy. High five.
They
But-
think you did that?
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
Because I told them I did.
I don't want to go back to her class though. I don't need English. I already speak it.
Well, okay. We will-
Johnny.
We will get you transferred out of that class. Yes.
And
yes,
also,
ma'am.
I guess we'll get you transferred out of homeroom, which is something that I know about you all, mostly because you complain about this Mrs. What's her name all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
She's really mean to him. She's really mean to Johnny, and I don't like it at all.
Mm.
Xailen, you can come to my house. My mom's a pretty good teacher.
Your mom teaches you?
I mean, kind of.
I mean, she makes Ivy watch
She-
Frasier, but
Well, she
that-
downloads the package from the government website and then gives
Maybe.
them to me.
so I was
Mhm.
half expecting you to be here when we got here. What happened? Were you okay?
I went to the Fisherian church for a bit because I talked to my friend there, and then I pulled the papers out of my jacket.
I broke into Blake Industries again.
Wait,
Again.
is that the first time that you've mentioned the Fissurian Church in front of Ivy?
I believe, yes.
Ivy's
Why?
gonna. I'm just curious because I think Ivy probably has their own personal belief about that whole thing, but I think when you say I went to the Fissurian Church and talked to my friend, Ivy's gonna be like, at the church.
You can have
Person.
church friends.
Why do
It-
those papers say Blake Industries on them?
Johnny has a point.
Did you get any?
I don't know. I'm really bothered by everything that's going on right now, and I I just needed answers, so I broke into Jason's office.
By yourself? Again?
I,
It's okay. At this point, Johnny grabs the papers and just hands them to Ivy.
Put this in your chest cavity, please.
Like, Ivy, like,
Can you finger the paper, Simon?
you get better grades than I do. Look through these and make sure we didn't steal anything drastically important.
Johnny, I want to tell you this really quick.
Hmm.
And I say this with, I want you to know that I'm saying this 100% seriously.
Yes.
You have the potential to be team leader.
Oh, well, thank you.
Don't tell Issa I said that.
Wait, I thought Obsidian.
Sorry,
was our team
don't
leader.
tell Obsidian I said that.
Well,
No offense to Obsidian, but Obsidian doesn't seem like they really want to be team leader.
Right,
And Johnny
listen.
has been having a lot of good moments.
Ivy stands up to like walk to the window and accidentally drops a copy of the Communist Manifesto out of their pocket and like picks it up and like shoves it back in their pocket. Like, yeah, I totally agree.
so, yeah, at this point, Johnny does give the papers to Ivy for Ivy to like read. 'Cause Johnny
Yeah,
just
I will do
doesn't.
that. Were there drives and other things as well, Xailen, or just?
did I gravity drives? You think?
There were no
Just
like
These
drives.
papers?
I mean, basically, it looks like it's set up so that if someone did kind of break into that area, there's not like loose electronic stuff to be grabbed. So yeah, it's like his terminal connects to the computer system that probably has top-notch security.
Okay.
In hindsight, this
Mhm.
might have been a bad move for Russell.
We should go back.
Why?
No. Oh, maybe we should. But Ivy's gonna look at the paperwork and see if there's anything interesting on it.
This and Ivy knows machines really well. This actually makes sense with some of the stuff that you saw, especially that about the rift-oriented stuff. It seems like this is essentially designed to siphon some sort of an energy away from someone who is filled with rift energy. And it's got a couple different, like something for a person, and there's also things in there if they happen like a cage type thing if they capture one of the creatures. But it looks like it's able to siphon and store that energy. What that is stored for, at this point, you don't know. This is a way of extracting that energy. Whether it'll work or not, there'll have to be some experiments. The chances of whoever's being experimented on surviving is probably low.
We are rift energy people, right?
Supers didn't come with it. Like basically, the heroes themselves, some of the stuff may be connected to the rift, but it is not rift energy
so-
in the same
So
way
it's
that
not
like
siphoning stuff from us.
yeah, it's a specific thing from like the creatures, because otherwise they have corporate stuff that they could they've got the people trying to come in. There's a whole bunch of stuff there, but this would be trying to find monsters or people from the rift. They know of two for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. I was just clarifying to make sure that we all weren't rift people to
Mm.
some degree. Interesting.
Triple secret identity. I'm also from the Rift.
So, what does it say, Ivy?
I relay that information.
What the fuck is Blake doing with Rift energy and people from the Rift? Like, I
Making
thought he.
superpowers.
Is that guy Elijah? Like, is he working for him? Like,
It sounds like if they're well, I overheard Jason and he said it sounded like their relationship is very quid pro quo. It sounds like he needs Jason and Jason isn't always at his asset.
I text Ivy that BT dubs Xailen doing a great job of lying because Rosalind was there. And I did not get that impression from the conversation I overheard about Jason. It seemed like Elijah Intrepid was like a real rogue element for him.
oh, so is Xailen lying to me?
No,
I think
they're not.
we just interpreted different things from that
Okay.
combo.
Okay.
I think Xalen's just like automatically assumes that two people after them are working together.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yeah. All right.
I don't know how closely they're working, but it sounds like they have worked together.
So while Xailen is talking, Marrow is furiously typing on her phone, and then Ivy's phone goes off, and then Ivy picks the phone up and goes, So,
So. Okay, so what
I'm just
does
gonna start texting Johnny facts about Frasier.
yeah.
so what does the lion guy have to do with all this? That's the missing element, the drive that we have.
What if Jason is trying to create monsters?
He's trying to create superheroes.
I don't know.
But his dad, Henry, was the one trying to create superheroes. Jason publicly shut that whole operation down.
Henry wasn't trying to create superheroes. Henry was trying to support heroes. Jason wants to make heroes. That's why he makes the suits.
Talk
But
about
why?
daddy issues.
But why?
Well, in a way, I guess he is technically making monsters, but
Control.
Takeover of the US government. That's what most people who own corporations are about.
is Jason Blake planning to change the name of his corporation to Vought Industries?
What about changing it to Blackwater?
Yeah.
I mean, that's another thing too. Like maybe it isn't even supers. Maybe it's just with the military complex or something like that.
Yeah, he could just be trying to take over a country, Dr. Dean
Kind of like-
style.
It's kind of like what Elon Musk did, where he convinced everyone that he was making a really cool space program, when in reality he was just creating a missile delivery system for the United States military.
Yeah.
Maybe
Also when he went crazy and shot the moon with that laser.
and also is just
Miss the moon.
Maybe Jason's doing the same thing where he was trying to promote superhero activities, but is really trying to develop them as weapons.
I don't know.
That's what I'm getting, Kirby says. And suddenly all the player characters hear that.
I don't know. Too much of this doesn't make sense, and we have bits and pieces.
I feel like we should try and get back to Blake Industries, and maybe I can tap into their system.
Now
If we
might
can
not be a
do
good
it-
time.
If we can do it
Xailen's
quietly, or if I
Mm,
can do it by myself.
Xailen and no other person did just very recently break in, so their security might be. What I said, and no other person did. Their security might be on high alert.
Xailen alone recently broke into this building.
Yeah, I
Zay-
was not
Xailen's been
assisted by anything or any person at all, especially not anyone from our school.
Xailen's been there twice within the last 2 weeks. It's probably not a good idea to go there again.
I mean, I'm a fucking plant.
If you think you can do it
Can
without
you do it?
causing, you're
Can you do it
right
remotely?
though.
Can you fly without burning?
No.
Okay, that's a problem.
Like I use my flames to fly. They're like
Yeah.
propulsion.
Yeah.
No, I do like the idea you're having there, Ivy. If you can get in and like do that finger the computer system and get the information, maybe we can figure out who these lion people are. And then
Ivy's
we
got a lot
can
of hormones going on right now, and just you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
you know
I
who would
would-
have a really good plan for this would be Obsidian, but they're not here.
I would really love it if I could have like the team back me up. in
yeah, I
some
feel
way.
like this seems like a heist, and we should do. I mean, has anyone texted Obsidian? We should text Obsidian.
Obsidian's on an airplane. Last I heard.
I know, but this seems like maybe we should like. This might be like a next time
Is
on the Elementals.
Next time on
is
the
there
Teenage Hero People.
wait a- Blake Industries is a huge industry. They have the one main building. They have to have satellite buildings, right? And a satellite building would have access to the network from the main building. So instead of going to the
It's
main build,
possible.
Is there, so do we know of any satellite locations like outside of Philadelphia proper, like in New York or in New
It's just
Jersey
this-
or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm
Or
saying,
even
why don't
just
we,
the suburbs.
why don't we get like this sounds like a good thing to like get into. Sounds like next time you want to get the heist.
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
Question for you.
Hmm.
Be fun. So Mask itself doesn't do a ton to support heists. It would be very easy for one session to turn these characters into leverage characters, and leverage, which does support heists.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was thinking of Blades in the Dark just so we could retcon the plans and stuff, but I've never played Leverage, so
Oh no,
absolutely
no,
fucking love
that
it.
stuff was taken from leverage. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Blade's heist stuff was a lot of it was taken from leverage.
Yeah, I would love
What?
to do that. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, because it would be
Yeah.
incredibly simple because we can still like the powers and everything else. It's easy to kind of make those work in that system. It's very easy to do stuff on the fly. Basically, what I'll do is I'll grab there's some sheets that actually have like talents. There's like hitter, hacker, thief, grifter, mastermind. You have 5 people.
There you go. I would say I'm the hacker.
Yeah, so people would be able to each take one of those, and it would be,
What
it
all
would be
are
very
they
easy to
again?
do. Hitter, hacker, thief, grifter, mastermind.
Marrow's grifter,
Yeah, I was about to say probably Grifter.
thief,
I
hitter. Or
I think
mastermind.
I would be the hitter and
No, I would say Obsidian would be the hitter. You would
yeah,
be the
I'd be the
mastermind.
master.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You have to lean in. Johnny's been so wise lately.
Yeah.
You have to lean in. You're not
Yeah.
just fire and brawn. You are also a beautiful brain.
Obsidian is literally an iron hand. I'm not going to say iron fist because I don't want to get us sued by Disney. But,
DMCA
iron-
takedown happening in
Oh,
five.
I- a ball in a china
Even
shop.
Disney has forgotten about Iron Fist.
I know. This is so bad. Oh my god.
He's what is
Did
it
you
called?
know,
Public domain at
Real
this point.
quick, that guy, I forget his name, refused to do actual
Yep.
martial arts training for the show.
Yep.
He
Yes.
refused.
Margot
So every other
Robbie-
character in the show was doing actual martial arts, and he just refused to do it.
Margot Robbie did archery training, figure
Gymnastics.
skating, literally everything to get
Literally
ready for
refused to do
And that's
actual
why
martial arts
Margot
training.
Robbie Margot Robbie kicks so much ass.
Yeah.
I just read a thing on, I guess, Andrew Garfield, who's in Tick Tick Boom,
Mhm.
the one about Jonathan Larson, who did
Yeah.
Rent.
Mhm.
I think I think it was they basically said, can you act and sing or dance and sing? And he's done a lot of Broadway, but it's all been plays, as far as I'm aware. I think apparently he went like, well, how long do I have? Like a year. He goes, then yes, I can. And the reviews I heard, they actually said he did really well.
So
All right, so
Yeah.
next week, Masks will turn into Leverage for a one shot with the same characters, but just
Cool.
in a system that'll support what we're doing.
Nice.
As a nice little jab at D&D 5e there, Michael.
Or I'm just looking here, going, yeah, these things don't really let us break a heist down very well. But Leverage.
Did
will
I
be,
fail 1 or 2 rolls today?
I thought to.
Okay, just to be. I thought I did 2. I'm just making sure. Okay.
Okay.
does a canceling someone's influence count as a failed roll?
Yeah, if you fail when you try to cancel their influence, because
All right,
because there's other negatives there involved, so it's not one of those you can do without risk.
I did like how everything today was three failures in a row, and then like 2 close calls, but then everything else was just tens.
Yes.
All right, I'll make a TikTok and let Mo know this is what we're doing, because Mo is on the plane now.
Hey.
Yes.
All right, tell us where we can find all. Or actually, first of all, let's go ahead and do the end of session move.
Yes. Let's do that.
Grow closer to the team, grow in your own image of yourself, or grow away.
Grow closer to the team.
Go closer to the team.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was weird, but yes, I think I did grow closer to the team.
Closer to
Well, you're
the
going to be
team.
my classmate now, Xailen. You come over and read internet packets of homeschool information.
Better than Miss Bingham. Better than Miss Bingham by far.
Does that mean Xailen just doesn't go to our school, or you're only doing English?
No, we're
homeschool?
the thing is we're gonna do that thing because one reason to get both of you at the school is partly so we can have things there and you have those responsibilities as well to hit. So
I imagine I'm going to enter Craig's class at some point.
Yeah, you're just like that kid who used to leave early to go to high school math. He had to take a bus from the middle school to the high school to take high school math.
Yeah.
all right, we go through each person. Explain who. Well, explain how you either felt attached, how you see yourself and why, or who made you feel welcome, and do some stuff with influence.
I grew closer to the team, I think, in general. I think it's obvious. Me and Johnny actually made a big bond.
Yeah,
after all this time.
surprisingly.
And I'm making an effort to reach out to my best friend Xailen. What does that give me? That lets me advance labels.
Well, you give influence to that character, and if that character already has influence, they can switch your labels, and then you can either clear condition or mark potential.
Oh, okay.
By the way, how many people are at 5 or very close to it?
Potential? I'm about to be at 4 again.
At 3.
I just advanced last game and got 1 potential so far this
Oh wait,
session,
I
so-
actually had a failure earlier, so I need to mark that, and now I will be at 5. Nice.
Nice.
So I will advance. I'm going to give influence to Xailen. I think. I feel like that's far. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
So Xailen can shift my labels.
Let me look at your labels real quick. 1 second. Asking. Cookie. I will move your savior up 1 and your mundane down 1.
All right. Very good. And I am now at 5 potential. Hell yeah, baby.
I know it's not technically. I feel like I grew closer to the team. It's in a very weird way because I've never hung out with Meryl before, and technically I still haven't. But I did make a friend of Rosalind. I feel that's like
It counts.
it counts. But everyone already has influence over me. But I think I think Rosalind at this point, and like I said, Ivy too. But I think it was really interesting to have a scene with Rosalind.
Oh.
So,
what is it that you really want to move up?
my freak. I use Unleash My Powers so much. So freak.
All right, what do you want to move down?
Superior.
All right, freak up, superior down.
Awesome.
Freak up, superior down. That's the way we go to town.
Hey, Michael, real quick. For the advancement options, once you take one, are they permanently gone?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you'll have certain things that are on there more than once.
Gotcha.
I gotta study the playbooks a little bit more because I want to next time I take another playbook move. Pretty cool. Yep.
So I think Johnny definitely grew closer to the team, and I think Ivy is gonna get influence over him.
Nice.
Nice.
And I am actually gonna clear one of my conditions. I'm gonna clear insecure. I'm gonna keep angry just because I don't really use those a lot. I used comfort and support once. So, but I think insecure. I feel like Johnny's starting to see himself in a better light now, and he's
Mhm.
kind of getting closer to the team. I do have a feeling that at some point him and Obsidian are going to go at it. I
Oh, yeah.
just don't know what that's gonna entail or how that works within this game.
Do I still shift your labels, or do you not do that because you clear condition?
Um, I think it's if you give influence to someone who already has influence, they shift your labels.
Oh, okay.
But because you didn't, I give you the influence and then I clear a condition or mark potential. So I chose to
Yes.
clear a condition.
Okay.
Clear condition.
Well, fine then.
I am going to give it to Xailen because, you might not have known that we were growing closer. And also, I very much appreciate your obliviousness while I was climbing around on ceilings. Thank you for that.
Let's see. How many conditions do you have? We got. You know what? Would you rather have a label moved, or do you want a condition cleared?
No, you only get to move my stuff.
I only to move your
Yeah,
stuff.
and then Mara gets to choose. Wait, let me pull that back up. I had just
Did Xailen already have influence over you?
Yes.
Oh,
I have.
okay.
yeah. So
I only did not have influence over Ivy.
yeah.
And
So
now I
basically,
do.
they give you condition. They give you influence. If you already have influence, you just shift their labels, and then Maro gets to choose either shift or
Clear condition or
clear condition or mark potential.
I have to move my labels back because you actually didn't have.
I don't care what you move down, but I would like to move danger up a little bit.
Okay, I move danger up 1, and I will move superior down 1.
Okay. By the way, I did not physically touch your stuff.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. I meant because like the thing I told you, you should probably go move yours. I was like, oh God, what did I even tell you to move? I don't remember.
Well, I did mine. I'm sorry.
We're good. We're good then.
I'm sorry.
As long as it's on your sheet. Because I was like, oh God, I don't even remember what we were supposed to do. All right, we're good. Yeah, no, that's good. And I'm gonna mark potential because I think I'm still guilty as hell about accidentally making my sister sad.
So we'll ask more about the leverage questions after the stream ends.
Yep. Then I think is that everybody.
Yeah, I
All
believe
right.
so.
Let people know where we can find you.
Hello, I'm Kirby. You can find me at disaster tourism _ on TikTok and at DTRPGS on Twitter. I write role-playing games.
I'm Sarah. I'm Powerful Week 1 on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
Nessa, Loch Nessa, LochNessa, on everything.
Hi, I'm Steve. You can find me at the Dragon X on TikTok. Thanks for watching.
Everybody, I am Michael. I am Improv GM on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok, and we will catch y'all later.